Wow.
All right, start the countdown.
Got you stuck off the realness, realness. Got you stuck off the realness, realness.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We are back. We are live. It's Monday.
beautiful Monday.
Yeah, man. It's a lot better than it was at the end of last week, man.
I was expecting it to be shit.
Nah, man. I mean, you were. I was, I don't know. They go by weather forecast. They said it'd be sunny. They're typically in the region most times. We have had our discussions about how they can, swing and miss quite often. But they're typically in the region. So,
But it was a crazy weekend for weather across the nation.
across the nation, really across the, closer to us, man, the eastern seaboard, with that nor'easter, really, some places got pummeled with snow. Some places further north, a lot of, some places in New England, got flooded, some pretty bad flooding.
That's some pretty good lighting right there. Look at that. You look crispy clean, bro.
Thank you,
Shit.
man. It's some pretty good work over there, man. That's a good
It's
camera
fantastic
angle right
work.
there. Great camera angle. But weather was crazy this weekend, man. Weather was really crazy last week when that storm rolled in, man. It went from rain to snow to sleet to snow, like it finished up snow. Like it was crazy. It was nuts.
So you made it here Saturday night.
I made it here Saturday, a little later than I was expecting, but still made it out in time for the end of DJ was still out, and there were people dancing and enjoying themselves. Was able to mingle with the crowd a little bit. And it looked like everyone's enjoying themselves, man. I feel like I know I missed a great one.
It was funny because I got here probably 30 minutes before they were set to go off the air with they wasn't even broadcasting the all the way live. No, they want to keep it in the room.
Oh, man.
So I got here about 30 minutes out, and as soon as I walk in, I saw Jay. So I walk straight to the back. I'm trying to stay low key, and then Ross sees me. He's like, "King Roach in the building." I'm like, "God damn!" So much for being low key, but they killed it. They killed it. They bodied it. And there's the dude, man. What was the dude's name? You saw him the last time. It was the black dude with the microphone with the low cut that he was singing crazy.
The one who did the "Don't Tase Me," bro?
Yeah.
He was up again?
So I told him at the end, I was like, yo, everything that you're doing on the microphone needs to be sampled and put into beats, because he was literally just freestyling, and the shit that was coming up was crazy, bro. I'm pissed off that there's no recording about it.
That's how it has to be, man. No,
Damn,
don't want
son.
somebody else to sample your work and not give you credit, man, because that happens a lot, man. So I think,
bodied it,
especially because there's an immense amount of talent, man. Someone will do it and think people don't know, and then someone loses, credit, doesn't get credit for their work, man. So I can understand why Ra and Jay and everyone else, the Well-Dressed Villains crew would choose. They'll keep it in the room, maybe let people see a couple clips if someone does an Instagram story or something. But I could definitely understand the reason to keep it in the room, because there are people that'll do that, And I wouldn't want that to happen to these guys, man. Someone, turn a great freestyle moment, that was just driven off the energy and try to take that for their own like they were here. I can understand that, man. So
and right before that happened, they had Danny actually came on. He started the interview, but then as soon as like the video started, you just see Emily come up, like it switched out.
Right.
But they had Mitchell Leonard and Heisey Who here. They did the preview again for the video. They actually showed the whole video, so I was watching at home, and that shit was lovely, bro. And when I got here, Mitchell Leonard was playing keys too. He stayed for a while too.
Oh man.
So they was ripping it, bro. You missed a good one. Today's video of the day. All right, let's go down. I'm sure we're saying this right. Mercaset.
I feel 100% confident we didn't get this one wrong. Mercaset.
Overdose. Of course, we can't play the video due to copyright reasons. But if you go to hotnewmusicvideos.com, of course, goodmorningbushwick.com, the video is up right now. It will be for the next 24 hours to the next broadcast. So Mercaset Overdose. It gave me that feeling like I was back seeing Christian with Severed.
I'm not a metal fan, man. I don't want to say I'm not a metal fan, but I've never been a big purveyor, listener to metal. But that really, I told you, got me. You saw me beforehand. I did actually manage to screw something up in my back, goofing off listening to it because it gave me that energy.
Your half mosh attempt.
My half mosh attempt. And that's what I get for not respecting the art. That's what happens when you, and that's proof you got to respect whatever you do, man. Go into it with an amount of respect. I came in, wanted to goof off, have a little ha-has, and now I'm feeling a little bit of a twinge there. So
I remember that one of the last shows that I went to see Christian at with Severed. This was before he left the band. I think Cheese was with me too. We went to it was like a factory in Long Island City. And we were already like, all right, this is sketchy.
That actually sounds kind of, I've heard those shows get crazy. Like
it's like we're walking on dirt roads. I'm like, yo, where are we going right now? As soon as we get there, they were playing. There was people on stage. Obviously, there was a band playing. It wasn't Christian's band. He was up next. But they had hooks in their backs, in their skin, playing tug of war with each other.
Nope.
I was like,
nope.
And then there was another dude hanging by two hooks on his skin, swinging around the stage.
Why would you do that?
And then they had two people on the side of each stage taking a chainsaw to a shovel to create sparks. So they had, it was like one of the most satanic things I've ever seen up close and personal. Like
that's bonkers. I'm not 100% sure I would have stayed after seeing dudes with the hooks in their back. Like I walked in and walked out. Like nope, no sir.
Like there's absolutely no way you can do that without being on some sort of drug.
Nah, man. There's
you have to numb yourself with
that
something.
is something, man. I don't know if either that or you're a sadist and you like the pain, man, and that's just even crazier. But I don't know.
But the smile on their faces made it even more epic because they were enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I definitely would have checked
like,
out. I would have checked out instantaneously. I would have walked in and nope, we're gonna do this and go the other way.
And everybody's like, oh, why you don't go down, get closer to the stage? I'm like, nah, I'm all the way in the bleachers. I'm on the last row of the bleachers.
This feels about the safest distance I want to be. Okay?
No, listen, I'm not.
So
I'm not
you
doing
guys
that.
go get closer and enjoy the show. I'm going to stay here. Which way's the emergency exit in case shit?
I tell you what, right as soon as I left that show, my next 5 shows were all acoustic. That's it. I'm never
Yeah,
going.
man. You definitely not sure I'll be checking into a... Definitely not sure I'll be checking into any metal shows anytime soon. Thanks to your little yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me that prospect, that view, like perspective. Now I'll know what to expect. Very much, yo, man, sick metal show. Ooh.
Even if it's not the theatrics, like the last, I guess, big show that I went to was the Warped Tour this past year when Christian took me. And on the way there, I'm asking him, I'm like, yo, are we going to see metal bands? Is this a metal show? He said, nah, there's going to be a whole big mix, But why he took me straight to the metal section? There's like 6 different stages going at the same time. He goes straight to the metal one. And there wasn't any like skin ripping and shit like that, but they were just clean knockouts. It's like a clean mosh pit. people swinging for the fences, the spin
Swinging
kicks.
for the fences, man. That's the one, man. Like I say that, I mean something totally different. I'm talking baseball, man. Swing for the fences, man. Let's look for go yard. Like you're just swinging for the fences, like rounding back and just let's get it. Let's see if we can make clean contact with something. Like just waiting. If you hear that sound, that crunching thud, like I don't know why that'd be fun. And hitting people, like it hurts your hands. My God.
I don't understand the logic behind it. It's
After
like,
physical incidents, like at work, or even like having a bad luck, maybe banging my hand into something at a weird angle, man. Like I remember one time pinching a nerve in the back of my hand. I couldn't even reach into my pocket or shake anyone's hand without it like being in pain. I had to like just do everything with my left, reach across my body with my left, do everything with my left. That's how much pain my hand was in. I just had to it was limp, like it was just that's how bad it hurt.
before we even forget this, we need to do a little live hand clap. This past Saturday was Maddie's birthday.
It was Maddie's birthday.
Maddie's birthday.
Happy birthday, Maddie!
So let's give her a live hand clap.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday, Maddie. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you.
Can
while
we pull
you
you
were
up
here
on the
Saturday.
screen? Can we get you on the screen for a second? How was it spending your birthday at All the Way Live?
It was amazing. It was so much fun.
You look like you was having the time of your life.
Yeah, I had a blast.
It's funny. As soon as I walk in here, she goes, "Here, just take a sip of this." I'm like, "What is it?" She said, "I don't know."
Those are signs of a good time, man. Those are.
Craft cocktails were really delicious.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night for everyone.
Now I feel even worse knowing that it was Maddie's birthday and I got here so late. She was gone by the time I got here. Now I feel even worse, man.
Okay.
You missed it, bro. So, if you guys go on goodmorningbushwick.com, of course, hotnewmusicvideos.com, the blog, and this is something that, I didn't get a strong appreciation to this till this weekend when I was actually looking at it. Right now we have Reverb Nation articles, and this is a lot of stuff that we should be talking about, being that we're such a artist-friendly show, artist-friendly establishment.
Yes.
If you guys go, I'm not going to go through each article, but they really break it down, and there's a lot of valuable information for artists, and they give you solutions to problems. So these are just some of the articles that you can find on hotnewmusicvideos.com, of course. And if you see that it says coming from Reverb Nation, then that's where you know it's from. We have other purveyors of information that we're waiting for them to post articles, so it'll automatically post on the website as well. But there's a lot of good shit in here, bro. Have you ever looked through any of this?
No, sir, man. I'm not that big into it. I'm looking at some of these article titles, though, man. And I guess, man, this is something that independent artists need to know if you want to do it for your own, man. And I'm not gonna say, man, these are two big ones, especially up top.
Why you shouldn't imitate your musical influences?
Yes, man. I think you should have them as your influences, but want to be yourself. I think that a lot of people, you can hear when people want to try to sound like another artist, sound like another band, another group.
But they say in the article, I can't remember exactly where, and it's true that imitating your favorite artist isn't flattering to them. Going out, being influenced by them, and then creating something that's your own, and you could say, all right, I was influenced by this. That's the flattery that people think that they're doing, but they're really not doing it.
They're trying to take everything, someone else's other complete style and everything. I said it. I know I said it last week. You're better off being a first-rate version of you than a second-rate or third-rate version of anyone else. So, I think people, especially artists, need to get that, man. That's not that stress, man. You got to be yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, man. Because you can't change you. Cosmetically, everything, but underneath all that, he is still you. And I didn't want to point at you like that. I'm not indicating you.
No,
for no reason.
it's relevant to me because it made me think about. It made me think about the tribute shows that I used to play. There was a time when I was so obsessed with Incubus, and everyone would tell me, "Oh, you sound just like Brandon Boyd from Incubus." That I tried to put together a band. It didn't work, but we had produced some videos that other people saw in Long Island, and they ended up calling me out to a studio. And we started this band. It was an Incubus tribute band. And within 2-3 months of just practicing, we were already a headlining band. And you get high off of that. It's definitely a high, especially for that Long Island tribute scene, because over there they're known for this. It's all tributes, it's all cover bands. There's barely any original bands coming out of like that area that we were particularly playing. And I got so sick of just being the second-rate, third-rate Brandon Boyd. Like in the beginning, I was like, "Oh yeah, I sound just like him, cool." And then after a while, it was just like, "Yo, fuck this band, fuck this guy."
I mean, I get that people like the cover band thing, man, but I don't get how. I mean, if you love music, I would always want to do originals, man. I mean, I get I feel like when you're a big band, like how Foo Fighters covered Prince, how Incubus covered Prince, the Let's Go Crazy, Foo Fighters did which one was it? Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
How
So,
the
but
Weeknd.
those were covers.
Yeah, how the Weeknd did Dirty Diana. You know, those are covers, and those are tributes to those like artists they feel influencing at that age, like at that point in their career. But you know, those are just true covers. You know, even I thought another one that I really love, Fall Out Boy and John Mayer with the Beat It. When John
And these are all one-offs too. It's not like they put together a 15-track cover album. Like,
just one-offs that they did that were great, that were tributes to the artists. Those work, and those bands are still themselves outside of that. And you can see why. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's pay homage to someone. Let's take that song, make it our own, but let them know, hey, this is still yours, and we're gonna keep it within your bounds. You know, we're not gonna recreate you perfectly what you did, but people know what song it is, and we're gonna have some fun with it just for you. And they have to approve it when it gets sold. The original artist, when it starts getting sold, because all those songs were sold to singles. But
to make a career,
a career out of it, I don't understand it, man. I could get young, having fun on you're writing, you're not confident yet, you haven't put it all together, but you've met them, you've seen them, we've seen them at shows, bands that are playing for a while like that. And it's like, man, come on, guys, like let's. I would want to, in your words, a few minutes ago, swing for the fences at least once or twice. Give originals a shot before settling that. I'm great at covering. I'm good if I'm making bank. Still able to. If I'm doing something I love like that, cool. But,
if you're already in your later years of life, you have no aspirations of being a recording artist. You have like, all right, get together with your buddies, play a few songs,
play a show a month, like that. That I get.
But there's people, and I started seeing it more as the more shows we played. I'm like, we was together for 5+ years. I wasn't planning on being in that band for more than 2 years, but the money kept coming in. People kept offering us money to play. It wasn't a lot, but it was money to play, and we didn't want to turn that down. So it became a thing where I progressively got sick of it every day more, because we're literally living the lives of other people. Like, people that go to see us, they wasn't just going to see us. They wanted to hear Incubus first. That was it. So even every now and then when I'll go on stage and I'll sneak in an original, people would like it, but nobody knew it. So as much as they'd be like, oh, that was a great song, they never sang it at the next show. They never requested it at the next show because they wanted to see Incubus.
Yeah, they wanted to. I remember, I remember one time, I only went to one of the shows, actually. It was one we all went to. Like, we had
Ollie's Point?
Yeah.
Revolution Bar and Grill.
Yeah. We were out there heavy that night. We had a lot of the old crew.
Shout out to Breezy.
Yeah.
Breezy. We had Breezy on the show. He was a sound engineer from Revolution.
Yeah, I remember that. But we had a lot of the old crew out that night. And I remember that there was a No Doubt band that went on like right before you guys, like a No Doubt cover.
Yeah.
It actually sounded really good, but I remember like they didn't do the one song everyone from No Doubt would want. They didn't do Don't Speak. Like, and I was probably yelling at the top of my lungs in the back, like, don't. And they came out and they did. It was fantastic, but it's like, come on, man. If you're going to be a cover band, at least cover the biggest song. You know what I'm saying?
They probably just got so sick of covering that song.
You have to. Nah, it's your job as a cover band. Like,
that was like Drive for us. Every time we go on stage, you gonna play Drive? Wish you were here. Like pardon me.
Now, you know what it is? You know what I'm thinking about too? Do you remember Step Brothers, the Catalina wine mixer? Yeah. We do strictly 80s doo-wop, Joe. We do strictly 80s. Yeah, play some.
Yep. We got a package delivery, man. Shout out to the package delivery.
What's up, man? Working early, man. Happy Monday.
Very happy Monday. So yeah, bro, it got to a point
It was
where
that's what I think about. Like I have to think that they have to deal with people like that almost all the time. That all right, man. Well, I make these choices. You don't want to hear that, man. I'll play all the I'll play all the B sides. Like
there's this thing with live performances, like I guess an ongoing joke, where you're not supposed to shout out Freebird. Everybody, if you shout out Freebird at a show, Danny, you know about this, right? The Freebird thing. Well, if you shout out Freebird, people get upset because it's like a long ass song. It's like 10 minutes or something like that.
Stairway to heaven.
So all the longs is pretty much the same thing.
Freebird, Leonard Skinner, Freebird, right?
Yeah, so that became like what Drive was to us.
Here's some Skinner.
Like, nah, man.
I'm not gonna lie, man.
That shit.
Freebird.
Freebird. Dude, play Drive. What's funny is when people would walk up to the stage while we're performing and they'll try to take one of the set lists and just walk away so they could predict what's gonna. It's like, you guys fucking start kicking drinks on people and shit. Like, nobody touched the papers. But some of those guys, I mean, they still playing.
Yeah,
They
I still see him active, man. I see a lot of their shows, man. For a while, I remember when I asked him, I was like, "Yo, you still in Morning View?" He's like, "Nah, man. I mean, we agreed to terms for them to keep the name and all the graphics and everything." I'm like, "Wow." But I still see him like around, like seeing his stuff. I'm like, wow.
Like I want to go see them perform. I want to watch it in person. I don't want them to like invite me on stage. I don't want that because that's pretty much what they were saying before. The guitarist, he was the one that was in the band with us. That kept the Morning View going. He's like, dude, come out and we'll bring you on stage. Why would you do that to your current singer? Like, don't do that. I'm gonna go there to watch you.
That's usually how infighting happens in the movies and music movies. That's how it happens. Temptations, man. David Ruffin got up during that New Year's party. Next thing you know, fight in the background, dudes out the group. Then Ruffin's in. Well, according to the VH1 movie, at least.
What's funny is that this was a tribute band, and there was so much drama, bro. I'm talking about friends of 20, 25 years threatening to cut each other's fingers off with fucking pliers and shit. Like we drove to his house, bro. We drove to his house by the lake.
He said threatened to cut his fingers off with pliers.
He brought the bolt cutters.
Those aren't pliers. Those are bolt cutters,
he
bro.
brought
Those are
bolt
designed
cutters.
to cut steel, metal. Jeez.
He said, I'll make sure you never fucking play guitar again. I was like, I'm in the back like, yo, this is a tribute
Calm
band,
down,
guys.
Kibosabi, son.
We're not actually Incubus. we're not fighting over fucking 7 figures right now.
That's crazy.
Guys are beefing over a $20 bill at practice.
That's crazy.
And then it was just a lot of subliminal shit. This is how you knew people were unhappy, bro. Because he would like show up. I'm not gonna name names, but you show up to the gig before anybody set up, and while everyone's like helping, Mike bring out the drums and shit from the van because that was like the biggest thing. You see him already having a cocktail, just looking at everybody else like this is my band. Then he'll go on stage, he'll start fucking up songs on purpose just to get at Mike. Yo, it was just crazy, bro.
Yeah, messing up on stage on purpose. That's got
Grown folks.
But that's gotta, who else is gonna want you in a band or be in a band with you if you garner that type of reputation? I'm pretty sure, like, bands know at least a little bit about each other. There's a history. People talk. People have got to know you've pulled these sort of antics before. That's not gonna help anyone want to work with you. No one's gonna want to do anything with you. This is the way you carry yourself. I would think, I don't know if that, to be 100% true.
It was also that they were in multiple bands. Like when you in the Long Island scene, you're playing in multiple bands. You got multiple projects, especially if you're in a tribute band. So you want to do like a Deftones tribute if you're doing an Incubus tribute. So you get with the same couple of guys, and there's just a community of people that are friends. Like their kids all go to the same schools. They all coach on the same team, and so
that's crazy.
They beef with each other in that circuit amongst themselves. So people like me that coming from the city, I'm going to practice. I don't know that we got beef with the people down the hall.
Yo,
So,
why you talking to them, man? Like I
like,
couldn't, I wouldn't understand that, man. Like I mean, that's crazy though, man. I mean,
it was just a lot
I
of
wouldn't get it.
subliminal shit.
That's bonkers though. That's nuts. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Good old days though.
But yeah, man.
We was playing we was playing a lot of shows. We was playing like 2 shows a week, every week.
I remember you guys were putting in work for a while there, man. I remember, you know what? I'm lying though. That actually wasn't the first show. I think I saw you guys at that time. You
You
guys
see me a few times.
doing Incubus, but at Morning View. But Morning View, The time you guys were at Bikini Bar on 41st when I came on my break.
Yeah,
You guys, it's
that
like your birthday.
That was the night I was so wasted on stage. This was funny because I went to Gizzy's. Gizzy's was like the first cafe I fell in love with. I've always been in love with cafes. I always try to find a cafe to be in love with. And Gizzy's, before they closed down, they were like my go-to spot. This is what we did, Sunday night screenings, everything. So I go to Gizzy's before the gig because they knew it was my birthday. And you remember Mark? He was a Russian guy. He was like, oh, come, we do shots. And I'm like, all right. I didn't know he was lining up like 10 shots. I thought he was just going to do one shot. I forgot I was playing a show. So I leave Gizzy's, go to the show, and I'm already good. I put my jacket down, everything. Put it on the side. We go on stage. We start performing. I don't remember the performance. All I remember is when I got off stage, they stole all my shit. They stole my phone. They stole my iPod. They stole my jacket. They stole everything, bro. That was the one thing that I walked away from that gig with. And the next day, we played at Gizzy's. So another situation arose because I didn't have my phone to make the proper phone calls to let the proper people know to not show up to the gig expecting an extensive relationship afterwards. So I just had a cluster of people show up to the same place, and it was just a bad night, bro. It was a bad weekend.
It's crazy, man. That's nuts, man. Wow, it's crazy.
That's why now I keep my phone with me at all times.
When I'm out at events, man, I try not to put my stuff down, man. Working security, man, I've seen how fast people's stuff gets stolen, man. When we had to go back on camera, even I've seen one of the things, since you bring up you getting stolen, just to veer off topic here for a second. One thing I've seen, man, is people leave. Like, I've seen a lady, like, put her bag down and, like, while going to redemption to get her prize, put her bag down. This looked like a, $1,000 bag, maybe. It looked like nice leather, light brown leather. Couldn't tell what company. I can't remember right here off the top of my head. But it was a nice bag, looked expensive. Leaves it on the ground. And this is after I'd already told her, twice, ma'am. She left her bag unattended twice previously, and I've told her, ma'am, stop leaving that here in the middle of Times Square. Someone to steal this shit.
It's not a smart thing.
She left it sitting there, and she walked, I'll say, maybe from here. It was sitting here, and she was about where the beginning of the counter is, like if you ordering coffee. She left her bag sitting back here. I picked it up and walked in front of her. I dropped it in front where she couldn't see it. Like I had it. It was secure. And I waited to see how long it took for her to realize she didn't have her bag. It took her about 10, 15 minutes, and then she starts freaking out, and she looks at me like, oh, my God, someone took my bag. And I'm like, fuck you want from me? Like, I just look like, what do you want from me? Like, I told you multiple times, her boyfriend's looking like, he knows I told her. He told her, like, yo, you stop it. Like, he was there. I told her. She starts freaking out, and I just pick it up. I'm like, here. Like, you left it sitting back there, and I had it here that whole time. The whole time I've been standing here, you didn't even notice. Then she had an attitude. I told her.
Like you didn't save the day.
Yeah. No, and then I told her, you know what? If you want, like, I'll tell you, like, the cops we had the same thing happen a few weeks prior. Lady had attitude. We had a bag, and she called the cops. We didn't know we had it. She made a big scene, and the cops made her go down and fill out a bunch of paperwork and prove it was hers for acting the way this lady was. And I told her, like, yo, we'll do that. I'll call the cops and tell them, hey, you lost it. I can't verify it's yours. I'll give it to them, and then they'll make you go through all that paperwork to get it. Like, and they'll do it. They'll do it just to not have to be out in the street. And it was cold, too. They'll do that just to not have to be on the street in the cold. They get to go sit in the station for a few hours.
So now I know if I'm ever going to play 41st Street again, I have to perform with my coat on.
Your coat on, man, or leave it with someone you know that's sitting there, man. Like, I don't like leaving my stuff sitting around, man. Like working in this industry, you see how fast. Oh, my
God.
Oh, look at who it is.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I'm not even well dressed. Ladies and gentlemen, the investment just walked in.
Yes. Was good.
Mr. J. Alvarez. With that, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
And we'll be back right after this momentarily with more Good Morning Bushwick on the other side of this for you people. Hope you're enjoying your Mondays right now. We'll be back.
That was good.
Right after this.
This coffee is delicious.
I don't really drink coffee. This is what you come out with. This coffee's an empty cup. That's what you come out the gate with on me, man?
I mean, it is coffee for music people. And
music for coffee people.
A good coffee will wake you the fuck up in the morning. Remember,
you know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good Morning Bushwick, hosted by us two, Bud and Roach. I mean, here at First Live.
Where is First Live?
Bushwick, baby. You're
Take-
killing me, bro. You're killing me right now. Like,
Where
first
are we
live
from?
Bushwick. We're from Bushwick. We are Bushwick.
Pick up your damn cup and pretend you're drinking the coffee.
Here
Do
at
it
First Live
again.
Bushwick.
Do it again. Do it again.
You know what else will wake you up in the morning? Good morning, Bushwick.
Good morning.
Right now, we cutting a promo or we live?
No. Where can people go to find out what's happening in Bushwick?
ButtonRoach.com and
And-
FirstLive.us.
This coffee's delicious.
Yes, it most certainly is. So we are back on Good Morning Bushwick here, and just want to thank everyone for tuning in on this fine Monday morning here. Know everyone's got to be glad after that nor'easter, those wicked winds we had to suffer through this weekend. But this is the way March always goes weather-wise out here in the city, man, in the Northeast, man. And even February for some matters, man. These weird, wacky months where we hit these weird numbers with super warm and then right back to freezing and snow a couple days later. So, yeah, man. And, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So,
I think
What
we
do
need
you,
to
kinda-
I just heard that. There he is. When the investment walks in,
there you go. Oh, we got some coffee being brewed. Did we put in orders? We didn't put in orders.
we
today
didn't put
yet.
in orders yet. Can we put in our orders now? This fine craftsmanship.
Look at that. Look at that angle. Look at that camera work right there. Look at all that handcrafted. Oh, we're about to get the look at the branding.
Look at that. Look at that.
The branding.
Vanna White.
That's
It
crazy.
makes the ladies go.
Okay. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs, man. Oh. He said it's cross genders.
Yeah, we need to load these into the machine soon.
Yeah.
Got a lot of look at these. Let's go back to the blog for a
To the
second.
blog, man. To being an independent artist. Back to the band talk, man. You know, I've never been in a band, man. I've always joked about wanting to do a mixtape. And actually, after I told you, man, after our first day, the second, third day on air, when we had that encounter, it was about a second, third day, right?
Which encounter?
Liquor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm gonna say. I wouldn't even want to subject people to that, man. But if that qualifies, man, I was just thinking, man, what I do goofing off is 1,000 times better.
And you actually joke about it a lot, but you actually got bars.
It's all just goofing off, man. I've always wondered what happens.
He hides behind the humor. He hides behind the joke of it because no one would expect him to have bars. But then we were filming in the street and he's spitting 110 bars off the top of the head. And I'm thinking that he's spitting some written shit. And he's like, I made that up.
Nah, I just made that up while we were walking and I was bored, man. You know, I don't know, man. You know, because I respect the art, man. I respect the art behind it, and I don't feel like I've ever done it, so I don't feel like it qualifies. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know, but I definitely said after that, I think Gates thought I was joking. But when I was joking with Gates, when I told him, yo, I want to be the new Bizarro out here from D12, man. The first thing he said right after I said it was, yo, Instagram personalities like that is popping. You should do it. That was the first thing Gates said. Uh-oh, Merv? We have a Merv sighting?
Can we get a shot of this? Just because I want to talk Merv for a second. Merv is something that we haven't had the pleasure to meet Merv yet.
You gotta say like Merv.
Merv.
It's the mobile espresso recording vehicle. This gives us the capability to tour
Yes. it
and
does.
always have coffee on hand.
have some fun. But yes,
Look at
Merv.
this. Look at this fucking setup.
Not sure when the introduction will happen, but I'm pretty sure when it does, it'll be sweet and perfect, and you won't know what hit you when you see Merv.
Like we would dead ass be willing to fly to Texas and drive this shit back.
Merv. I don't have a driver's license.
I'll drive it back. I'll drive it back.
You get cheese, man. Turn it into a road trip. Have some fun.
I'm telling you, cheese ain't going nowhere for a little while. Jesus' baby's coming up. Baby Pharaoh.
Baby Pharaoh, yes.
Look forward to meeting you, bro. We have a lot to teach you.
I think he'll be learned in most things pretty well by his dad pretty soon. As soon as he's at that cognitive level to interpret it and like lock it in, pretty sure Cheese is ready.
You gotta understand this right here, this Merv thing. Merv. This is the kind of thing that most people dream about when they dream about doing TV, doing radio. We can go on the road and never miss an episode.
Yeah.
We're bringing the set with us. And this is that we haven't even had our energy in this yet.
We haven't even,
Imagine when the truck is wrapped and
you just gotta figure it out, man. It's one of the steps along the process, man.
God damn.
Gotta trust the process.
Is this a mini version of that? Is this what is it? Slayer?
It's a Slayer. It's a single group Slayer.
Single Bruce Slayer?
And then this is a double group.
Wow. So that weighs about half as much, or about essentially the same, because that thing is heavy.
This thing is heavy. No, it weighs a little less.
A little less,
Yeah.
but still pretty heavy, I'm guessing.
Still, like, it's pro. It's like best in class. Everything we do is like
Top of the line, top notch.
Top of the line.
No half stepping. Ain't no lollygagging
This is
or
it
half
right
action
here.
on this side. Done
Such a
done for real and
beautiful-
seriously.
Beautiful piece of machinery.
it was a Merv was the vehicle belonged to the National Guard.
The vehicle for Merv belonged to the National Guard.
Yeah, and it was their enlistment vehicle.
Huh?
And it was called their mobile enlistment recruitment vehicle.
Oh man, so it's still a Merv. You just changed the letters around. It's always a Merv. So Merv just crossed over to the other side of life, got out of the game early.
Merv drank a latte and said, "I'm not going back. Do not bring me to military grounds."
No, I don't want to be there anymore. I'm pretty sure if Merv could talk.
Merv got stories.
We might have to sweep that thing before we get on. Make sure the National Guard didn't leave anything in there, try to get us.
Did you put in your drink order?
No, I didn't put in my drink order yet. Could I? I think I want to go mocha today, please, sir.
I think I'm gonna go classic cappuccino, double sugared.
Pre-double sugared. I'm over here doing the
Preserving the
Harlem
heart.
Shake on there, man. Definitely need to get my back going because my back feels like twinge, man. I'm over here doing a Harlem Shake on there, man. I'm sorry, people. You looking like, what's going on with this guy?
You got the shakes.
Yeah, man. Did you watch the Oscars last night, man? I feel bad, man. I was so tired, man. I had to cancel everything I had to do yesterday, man. I got invited out to an Oscars party, man. I didn't get to go, and I really wanted to, man. I was so tired, man, from the week previously, man. I woke up and I had things to do. I was busy during the day. I had to take care of some stuff, and when I was home, I was done everything, man. I was just like, man, I'm tired. I want to just relax. I did what I had to do. Did what I had to do in the house. It's like, I'm just gonna relax and stay here, and stayed home. Like I feel bad, but I'm just so tired, man.
I did not move from the sofa yesterday. I had the laptop literally just glued to me, and I just kept getting refills of beer.
I didn't even want to drink yesterday. I was so tired, man.
Yeah, beer. Not even like good beer. It was the yellow can Coors. I didn't even want to get the Blue Mountains,
I didn't
bro.
want to get the lights, man. But I mean, the yellow can Coors, though, I feel get you a bit more intoxicated quicker.
I think that's the point of them. They put more toxicity, more hops.
I don't know,
Is
man.
this mine?
PBRs,
Look at
man.
this. Look at
Those
that
are my
heart.
go-to. Yes.
I'm gonna drop this right here just so Maddie could get a shot of the logo. Get this nice cappuccino action. She probably get the heart too. Like there it is. It's moving. You see that shit? That
Yeah,
shit.
look at that. Look
That
at
shit
that
is
working
fucking
its way
creepy,
into
bro.
action. Imagine
That is
when you,
one
when you
creepy
see that
camera.
as security, and you know somebody's working it on the other side. At least we know it's Maddie. You don't know who's
Yeah.
behind it on the other side in the
Look at that
department
shot.
store. Look at that. Look at that fantastic camera work.
Imagine one of those cameras in like a solitary confinement cell.
Like, hey guys, all right, stop.
Let me out.
Is there really a blind spot for that? There's no real blind spot the way this swivels.
Yeah, I think this. I mean, maybe probably where the wires are hanging out.
Maybe. I mean, but the way it swivels around, I don't know. I would think it's
That
maybe.
shit is crazy.
I don't know. Wouldn't want to have to hang around to find out or be in that position. Excuse me.
So, I just pulled this up on BushwickDaily.com. Do you ever do brunch?
No. I've done brunch one time in my adult life, and that was for my brother's birthday this year. But it was really fun. And when we went, man, the amount of food we got for the price, and then when I got bottomless mimosas for $10 more.
So, all right, what is brunch exactly? Is it like
It's-
breakfast with alcohol?
It's breakfast and lunch combined, and a big thing with it is either Bloody Marys or mimosas. Bloody Marys, I don't know. It's tomato juice.
I've never had one of
Is it
those.
tomato juice and vodka? What's in a Bloody Mary?
It's tomato juice, horseradish, vodka, pickle juice, I think.
Pickle juice.
Yeah, like
You lost me
it's
at
very
pickle juice.
briny.
I was good with the horseradish. You lost me at pickle juice. I hate pickles. Those are my absolute.
What
least
kind of
favorite.
alcohol is in it?
Vodka. Mimosas are just usually orange juice and some type of sparkling, either sparkling wine or champagne.
Well, according to Andrew Tabaya, apparently the brunch scene in Bushwick is pretty fierce.
I don't know, man. I mean, but I do see a lot of places have brunch signs up, man. But I don't know, man. After the brunch I went to, man, and then that's the brunch you usually see a lot of people out on social media. After going there, man, and the amount of food I got for my buck, man, like you have a lot to like stand up to, man. And then I got bottomless mimosas, and like I ate, and I still took home a lot of food left over, and it was like a platter of food, man. And then it was like it would have came with like a bunch of different breakfast meats, like sausage, ham, and bacon. And I told him, I was like, "Can you
Where
just
was
make
this?
it all bacon?" Don Coquille Astoria. And
No Don Coquille.
and I was like, hey, so when I ordered, I got the French toast the way they make it. Told the guy, he was like, everything like, I was like, is there any way I could get just bacon? He was like, you don't want the sausage or the ham? I was like, nah, just instead of that, could you sub it with like all bacon? Like I got a heart attack causing the amount of bacon in this place, man.
Can I
It
get a
was ridiculous.
sausage wrapped in bacon? Fucking. That's called the vein clog.
It's
But
called
Sally
the,
Roots, they won best brunch in Bushwick, and I've never even heard of this place.
Where is it? Is there an address for it? I don't even.
Let's see, Sally Roots. Let's hope. All right. Oh, I pulled up their menu.
Let's see what this menu is like. Eggs any style, shrimp and grits, bacon, egg, and cheeseburger. That seems kind of intriguing. Pork belly and Brussels sprout hash. Nope, lost me at Brussels sprouts. Benedict. I'm guessing
Instead
eggs
of a
Benedict.
BLT, a BLAT.
I'm guessing
with
that
fucking
has
avocado.
Lost me at avocado. See, I mean, I would probably order that. Just tell them to lose the avocado. Got omelets, short rib, biscuits, and gravy. Jesus, bowls with rice and peas. Damn. But where's this place at?
I don't know, but they have $8 Bloody Marys and $7 fresh mimosas.
See, this is I want bottomless mimosas. That's why you don't win best brunch on me.
Oh, it's located at
195
195
Central.
Wyckoff.
I'm saying Central.
And they spelled Wyckoff wrong.
Yes, they most certainly did.
How you gonna disrespect the neighborhood like that?
Get that right, man. Nobody uses spell check over there.
Jesus Christ.
You know what though? I'm not gonna say, man. Even in major publications, I read daily news almost every day, and at least one or two articles I spot major misspellings. Man, it's like, hey guys, you're a major publication. You guys don't use spell check. Like, let's get it together.
It was Fox 5. They did like a lower third for Norm Macdonald, and it was supposed to say check this out, and they just, it was like CECHK. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like, how
do you butcher
how
that?
do you
on
butcher
TV?
it so bad, and how do you not realize you butchered it like that? Like, what are you doing? Get your head out of your ass.
But there's so many softwares that automatically spell check for you now,
even
while you're writing.
Even on your phone, like on my phone when I use Google Documents, just there, I have a spell check, I have a word count, I have a character count. They can tell me even grammar, like corrections. Like, how do you? It's a simple button, man, and it goes so fast. Like that, just hit, hey, spell check real fast. Spell check that for me. There's words I know I misspell all the time, and I know I'm gonna misspell it. I'm lucky now on my phone. It'll usually correct me right away. If I, not paying attention, I hit spell check. It'll go back and spell check it for me. But it's not difficult to do.
Especially if you reread it. If you reread it, you'll catch it. If you typed it up, then you're gonna see the red line under it that says you fucked up. Fix it. There he is.
Thank you, sir.
God, man, a little heart for you too, man.
Yes, got a little heart. Hold on.
Can we do the toast? Or
Yeah, we wanna.
You getting your logo done? He wants his logo done now.
No, I just just get the branding going here. Get the branding going.
Let's see the creepy camera start working again. We call that camera Big Brother.
Yes, sir.
The all-seeing
Get the
eye.
camera going. Look at that work. But
look at the creepiness.
Nah,
No, she was doing it. Leave it alone.
I'm sorry, Maddie. Don't yell at me.
She's gonna get it right now.
Look at that work. Look at that camera work.
There it is.
Just look at that. Boom. Look at that.
The Vanna White hand.
Yes. Look at that.
That's more like Vanna Black.
Yo, this is like I got big fingers, bro. like sausage fingers on camera, bro. I forgot somebody who used to make fun of me and say I had sausage fingers, bro. So we're gonna toast here.
Yeah,
We gotta move. Wait for Maddie to get it onto camera, man. We don't want to go too fast for her. So there we go. We got a good angle. Boom. Look at that. Oh, that's good.
Gave me this watch.
Your dad gave you that watch? It's good, man.
As soon as he got off the airplane when we went to pick him up on Saturday, he said, "Why your shoes look so fucked up?" I said, "These my only shoes." He said, "Hey, here's my watch." I said, "All right. Thank you, Pa." It's a nice fossil watch. I don't really wear watches like that.
I don't really wear any type of jewelry, man. Not a chain guy, not a watch guy, bracelet guy.
My dad is old school Puerto Rican. He came out the airplane. He has every single one of his chains on, every single one of his rings. He got like 5 rings on one finger. I'm like,
they have his collared shirt
Florida.
on up here, unbuttoned collar.
Oh yeah, he has little chest hair poking out, his cane, his nice shoes,
It's the old school,
his
man.
snakeskin shoes.
That's how you gotta do it, man. So when you dress, you dapper, you still gotta keep it up, man.
Well, my dad went to Florida he moved into a place where it was like a lot of seniors over there. He became the hot topic. He had a run, man. He went on a run for like 4 months. I was just getting phone calls every day from him. I can't believe what's happening in my life.
Having fun, man. At that age, have some fun, man.
You need to enjoy that shit.
Have some fun.
Like
You
65,
get to have that fun at that
66.
age, man. Good times. Get to do that at that age. Good times, huh? But
I didn't dry shave today though. I almost did.
what? Just why would you? Just Jesus Christ! Like even when I was shaving, like I remembered you said you dry shaved, and I started laughing. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, did you want to hurt yourself? Like, did you want to punish yourself? What was the point behind dry shaving?
I think I have more precision when I dry shave.
Can't just use water, a little lotion.
No, water, that's it, but it also tampers with the way my facial hair looks as I'm doing it. So if I wet my beard, it's going to look a little different while I'm shaving it. And then when it dries up, it's going to look stupid because I did it according to a wet beard.
I mean,
I just have different kind of facial hair. I don't know why the fuck I'm like this.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
See, your facial hair texture is a lot different than mine's.
Yeah, my facial hair texture is coarse. Like I don't know. Like like when I shave, I just use a little bit of water. Go around straight
But
edge.
you do that yourself, or do you?
I mean, I go to the barber, and then after that, I don't go to the barber every day, and then I just follow the outline, man. It's like coloring. Follow the outline, man. The outline's there.
We got to remind people once again, today's video of the day. Let's see if this shit
Mercosette.
pulls up. What?
Overdose.
Mercosette.
Mercosette.
It's pulling up right now.
That's a crazy band name, man. I'm not gonna lie, man.
I like the video. It definitely took me back.
Yeah.
This is it right here. As soon as the fillers, there it is. Mercosette Overdose. Of course, on goodmorningbushwick.com, hotnewmusicvideos.com. The Reverb Nation and Hot New Music Videos video of the day. You want to submit your video to be mentioned on Good Morning Bushwick, you got to do it through Reverb Nation. Of course, you got to look up Hot New Music Videos.
Yes, sir. And you can end up with your video as a video of the day, quite possibly.
We got a message last night, was it? From Dave Pitt.
Oh, Saturday night, man. Yes, the trash talking has begun. I wish we know we
Trash
should have
talk
pulled it up.
has begun.
But the trash talk for the Brooklyn Queens basketball game has begun, man. I'm eager, man. Don't worry. Next time I go play ball, man, I'll send you a short little video clip so you can see what you're gonna have to work with, man.
But what was that he had in his hand with Brooklyn versus
It
Queens?
just looked like he was at an event sometime. You know how they had, like, kind of like the things they had, like in the photo booth at Cheese's thing. Like, look, you just hold it up. Look like you can write what you want. He took a couple different markers and put Brooklyn versus Queens.
That's hilarious.
And let us know, like, it's on his mind. I'm pretty sure Pitt's gonna start working on his cardio. He's gonna be out there, get the guys going. So I gotta put my five together and make sure that we get some time on the court to at least learn each other's ways before we play, man. You know, I can usually pick up and play with anybody, but some of you guys haven't played in a while. So gotta get you guys out there a few times on the court.
I'm gonna get my cardio up. Trust me. I mean, even though I do insane things to my body all the time, like drink every day and smoke cigarettes, I do walk everywhere. So that's something, right?
That is a certain amount of exercise. No, it is a certain amount of exercise, man. It's not the most physical activity, but it's an activity that if most of America did, we wouldn't lead the world in obesity rates. That's a very simple physical activity that people don't get does so much for you.
Maddie, can we push the lower third?
Yes.
I want to see this.
You want to see the lower third? You want to see the lower third go through?
Is this the reference of what you're watching above? Is that the reference monitor or is that the broadcast monitor, Danny?
It is the
That's what's going out.
It's the program feed, yeah.
That's what's going out. Ooh, that
Oh,
looks
there it
nice.
is. That's beautiful.
It looks great.
Yeah.
I've just had it on most of the time for this broadcast. So.
That looks nice,
That's
man.
sexy.
That looks nice.
Leave it up.
Yeah, man.
That
But
looks good.
I love getting to do this. I can't believe we're starting week 4 right now, man. I can't believe, man.
Episode 16.
I've never wanted to wake up for a job this early. I think most of my adult life I wanted to work jobs that start later in the day just because I hate being up in the morning. But with ease, man, and I told Danny, and I even told Danny and Emily before I left Saturday, I said, I hope I can sleep late and my body doesn't wake me up. Take a wild guess what time I woke up Sunday. After being here, after working all evening.
Let's say 7 o'clock.
7:30. I had to force myself back to sleep. Like I knew it. Like I rolled over. I'm like, please be. I was like, please be like 9 o'clock. Please be like. I was like, I'm hoping for 9. I'll start reading on my phone. Do something. Like I get there. I got sleep. I said 7:30. I'm like, fuck. And I just rolled back over. It took me like a half hour to fall back asleep, man. So I started tinkering on my phone until I got tired and I rolled back over.
Today, I was, the alarm was set for 8 o'clock, but I had already started waking up at around 7:50. I got up for like 7:55. I couldn't even wait for the alarm.
Yeah,
I
man.
wanted to just get a head start on the day.
Like it's just I don't know, man. My body's adjusted to it now, and it's like I never wanted to. I guess it's the fact that I anticipate it. I want to do it. I'm eager to get on there every day, man. I love getting to do this, man. I guess that's the difference, man. When you have to clock in at that time, be up early, and you're going to do something, not something you love, but you're going to do something that you need to do as a necessity, man. It's not quite the same because you're doing this while you need to survive. You're not, following something you love. You're not following through with something you want to do, man. And I wish a lot more people got to, feel this, man. Every morning, wake up and get to do something you love. A lot of people don't get to do that, and
Facts.
that sucks, man.
And this is for tomorrow.
Yep.
It's late heaven, right?
Latte.
No, it's not latte heaven.
Yeah.
Can we get a shot? Where's the camera? This right here, late heaven, right?
Yeah. Coming in tomorrow.
Let's see. I think I still have her business card too. So we could get her name on here.
Yeah, and Danny was telling me about. We don't want to get too much into it, man. But I'm eager to talk to her on air tomorrow, man. Because what Danny told me is crazy, man. Because at
I'll
work,
find it tomorrow.
we had to allow that, man. Like that was quite potentially a lawsuit. So
This?
yeah, telling someone they can't breastfeed in public, that's crazy.
I don't understand why people get so offended by it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I never really understood
I
that.
have no idea. I've stopped trying to figure out most of the.
But we're gonna talk
public's
about this
reactions.
tomorrow on the show. She actually came by. Was it last Friday? think it was last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. Yeah.
And she spoke to us about what she's doing. She's actually going around to each one of the businesses trying to get them involved to make it a breastfeeding friendly place, right? So that should be an interesting conversation.
I saw the Dave Chappelle show last night. He was talking about how he's going to take a break because people are so sensitive. Basically, people get offended. People in general.
Hell yeah, they get offended.
But he went to town on like.
Shout out to Chappelle. I was just watching
Yeah.
Chappelle videos.
Climate, the voting.
It was was it the new Netflix special? Yeah.
But what's funny is that when it comes to legislation about stuff like this and just women in general, it's usually men that's making those decisions.
That's one thing I say, man. Like, there's very rarely ever a woman in the room, like on these levels. Like when it comes to women's rights, think of things like in Congress with abortion stuff, other things going on with women. There's very rarely ever women on those boards for that legislation, which I don't understand. But then that comes back to voting, man. Like, people need to vote, like, people in there. And, I mean, I think that's crazy. That was one of the things when we had that discussion, we had that talk on B&RS one time. I said that. Like, to have men making, all the legislation for women.
On breastfeeding, on abortion.
Yeah,
I'm
on
like,
everything.
how the fuck?
Like, I don't
Doesn't
get
even
it.
Makes sense.
I don't understand it. It's crazy to me, man, that it just goes. Like, there's never women in the room when it goes. To me, that's nuts, man. But I don't know, man.
All right, I like that.
I definitely say I think the next few elections, man, with what we saw, like I said a few weeks ago in Alabama with Roy Moore, the way the women vote got out for that. I think with what we see with the young votes right now, the young kids wanting gun legislation right now after what happened, now to be 2 weeks ago, a few weeks ago over in Florida. I think we might see a shift in political climate, man. I don't know. I think 2018 midterm year, man. This is gonna be pretty fun, man. Leading up to the election, midterm.
These kids are shaking things up.
Yes, we're gonna get quite a lot of sound bites, man. And I mean, while we're on topic, before we get off air, man, do you see what happened in Florida? I guess the House of Representatives flip-flopped on gun control. They voted for the assault rifle ban, then 15 minutes later backtracked on it.
No,
that was
I didn't
crazy.
see that.
I'm trying to read more about it,
You
but
gotta
everyone's
post that.
covering it. I thought it was a joke when I was seeing it online, but then like every major news source is covering it. I need to read it more. But they voted for it, and then 15 minutes later had a special session to rescind it.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's someone hitting the delete button. We fucked up.
Guys, that wasn't supposed to go through just yet, guys. What are we doing? And it's crazy because they had turned down when the kids went to the Senate like the week after, or not the Senate or the State House. They had even turned down the notion to even talk about it. So how they got it on the docket so fast for a ban is crazy. I don't even understand. So I don't know.
Well, on a brighter note, if we could just get a shot of this real quick. Now that the weather is kind of, I guess, stabilizing, we haven't flooded. There's Eddie's Bike Shop in Bushwick. Great place to get cheap wheels and have warm conversation. I mean, I don't know much about the conversation, but if you want to rent a bike, I assume this is the place to go.
Rent a bike or buy a bike?
Could be both. Because a lot of these places, there's one in by Brenna's house in Williamsburg that they strictly just rent out bikes. But they're not even like city bikes. They're like these
nicer bikes.
Schwinn bikes.
Yeah, bikes that are a bit nicer for you to ride.
So tonight we were scheduled to go live on the Bud and Roach show, but we still, it's up in the air. We'll let you know on the Instagram account, because as the people who have been following the occurrences that's been going on, my sister's going into her final surgery to see what's gonna happen. So depending on what happens, what they tell us, that'll determine whether or not we're able to go live tonight. And then the other unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of people being devastated by a lot of different things.
Yes, man. Love those closest to you, man. Not to get super somber on you, man. It sucks to see people you love hurt, man. Sucks to lose people man, that you've gotten a chance to know that you never in a million years thought you would have known, man. But people come into your life for a reason, man. And it sucks to see those you love suffer, man, and have to go through pain, man. So the best you can do is try to be there for them, man. And even more than that, man, love people, man. Love your family. Love your friends, man. Show love and kindness every day, man. Like I say, man, sometimes I am a dick. I have my moods, but most times throughout the day, I try to be a nice, understanding person, a kind person. But everyone's human. You can't have your moments, but just remember, don't isolate people. Don't shut yourself out, man. Love is what makes life go, man. Love, man, is what makes life worth it. So, we thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Bud and Roach Show.
Where can they follow you?
You can follow me at Mr. Zoe Taylor on Instagram. You can follow us at Bud and Roach Show.
You can follow me at I'm King Roach. And you can follow First Live at First Live US.
Yes.
Of course, follow the Well Dressed Villains, man. They put on a hell of a fucking show
Yes.
this past weekend. And we're looking forward to the next one.
Yes. And of
We'll
course,
be
you
back.
guys know where you can always catch us live every weekday at 10 a.m. GoodMorningBushwick.com. So be sure to tune in, man. And can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, man. We hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, man.
We love you guys. And remember, love each other.
Yes. Have a fantastic day.
The realness, realness.